I don't know where to start. I'm 22, just finished my junior year at university, and my life feels like it's been turned upside down in a week. My mum called me last month sobbing and told me to come home. When I got there, she dropped a bomb. She's divorcing my dad. No explanation, no details, just done. I've spent the last week digging for answers, and what I found makes me question everything I thought I knew about my family. I'm writing this because I need to get it out. I don't know if I'm looking for advice or just someone to hear me. This isn't a happy story. Day 1. The breakdown. I got home late, the house dark except for the kitchen light. Mum was sitting at the table, a glass of wine in her hand, her eyes red. My sister, Ellie, 16, was upstairs, door locked, music blaring. Mum didn't even look up when I walked in. "I'm divorcing your father," she said, flat, like she was reading a grocery list. I just stood there, backpack still on. "What? Why?" She shook her head. "I can't talk about it." "Is he cheating? Did he hurt you?" My voice cracked. I felt like a kid again, begging for answers after they'd fight. "No," she said. "He's not the man you think he is. I should have left years ago." That was it. She got up, went to her room, and shut the door. I stood in the kitchen, heart pounding, trying to process. My dad wasn't even home. He was working late, which I guess isn't unusual for him. He's a contractor, always on some job site. I went to bed feeling like the ground was slipping under me. Day 2. The normalcy dad came home the next morning, acting like nothing was wrong. He was whistling, making pancakes, cracking dumb jokes about my beard. "You growing a forest there, son?" It was so normal it felt wrong. Like, how do you act this chill when your marriage is imploding? I tried talking to him. "Dad, what's going on with you and Mum?" He flipped a pancake, didn't even pause. "Oh, you know your mum. She's got her moods. We'll work it out." I wanted to scream. "Work it out? She's leaving you." But he just kept cooking, smiling, like we were in a sitcom. Ellie came downstairs, grabbed a plate, and didn't say a word. She's been like that lately. Quiet, angry, glued to her phone. I couldn't tell if she knew something I didn't. That night, I couldn't sleep. Mum's words kept looping. "He's not the man you think he is." What the hell did that mean? I grew up thinking my dad was a hero. Hardworking, funny, the guy who taught me how to ride a bike and snuck me candy when Mum wasn't looking. Was it all a lie? Day 3. The first clue I couldn't just sit there, so I started looking for answers. Mum was out, Dad was at work, and Ellie was at school. I went into the attic, where Mum keeps old boxes, photos, holiday decorations, stuff from when we were kids. I wasn't sure what I was looking for, but I needed something to explain this. I found a box labelled MISC. Inside were old letters, some from before I was born. Most were boring, bills, birthday cards, but one caught my eye. It was a handwritten note, no date, addressed to Mum. The handwriting wasn't Dad's. It said, "Elle, I know you're scared, but you don't have to stay. He's dangerous. I can help you leave." Oh, dangerous. My dad, the guy who cries at Pixar movies. I sat there, heart racing, trying to make sense of it. Who was R? Why didn't Mum leave back then? I tucked the letter in my pocket and kept digging, but the rest was just junk. I felt like I was betraying them, but I couldn't stop. Day 5. The email I didn't confront Mom about the letter. I don't know why. Maybe I was scared of what she'd say. Instead, I kept searching. I remembered Mom used to have an old Hotmail account she stopped using years ago. I knew her password from when I was a kid. She's terrible with tech. I logged in from my laptop, feeling like a criminal. Most of the emails were spam, but there was a thread from 2009 when I was 6. It was between Mom and someone named Rachel. The subject line was blank. I opened it. "Rachel, you can't keep pretending everything's fine. He's lying to you and you know it. Mum, I don't know what to do. The kids are so young, I can't just leave." Rachel, "He's not who he says he is, Laura. You deserve better. Call me." My hands were shaking. I scrolled through more emails, but they were vague, like Mom was afraid to say too much. One mentioned the incident, but no details. What incident? Who was Rachel? And why was everyone so cryptic? Day 6. The truth, I couldn't take it anymore. I went to Ellie. She was in her room, scrolling on her phone, ignoring me like usual. I shut the door and held up the letter. "Do you know anything about this?" Her face changed, pale, like she'd seen a ghost. "Where'd you get that?" "Attic." "What's going on, Ellie? What do you know?" She didn't want to talk, but I pushed. Finally, she snapped. "You're so clueless. You think Dad's perfect, but he's not. Ask Mum about Uncle Mike." Uncle Mike? Dad's brother, who died when I was a kid. "Car accident," Mum said. I barely remembered him. Just a loud guy who brought us toys at Christmas. I went straight to Mum. She was in the living room, staring at nothing. I didn't ease into it. "What happened to Uncle Mike? Why's Ellie acting like it's a secret?" Mum froze. For a second, I thought she'd shut me down again. Then she started crying. "I didn't want you to know," she whispered. "Your dad, he wasn't always like this." She told me the story in pieces. Uncle Mike didn't die in a car accident. He and Dad were out drinking one night, got into a fight. Dad was drunk, angry, over what, Mum wouldn't say. He shoved Mike hard. Mike fell, hit his head on the curb. He didn't get up. The police called it an accident, but Mum never believed it. Dad swore he didn't mean it, but she saw the rage in him that night. She stayed because she was pregnant with Ellie, because she didn't want to raise us alone. But she's been carrying that secret for 17 years. Day 7. The fallout. I don't know how to look at my dad anymore. He's still out there, grilling burgers, acting like everything's fine, but I see it now. The way Mum flinches when he raises his voice, the way Ellie avoids him. I keep replaying my childhood, wondering what else I missed. Was he always like this? Did I just not see it? I confronted him last night. I didn't tell him about the emails or the letter, just asked about Uncle Mike. His face went blank, then he laughed it off. "Oh, that was a bad night. Accident, you know? Your mum's always been dramatic about it." Dramatic? She's been living with this for half her life. I wanted to scream at him, but I just walked away. I don't know who he is anymore. And Mum, she's not innocent either. She stayed, kept this from us, let us grow up thinking we had a perfect family. Ellie's the only one who seems to get it. She overheard Mum and Dad fighting about it years ago, pieced it together. She's been carrying this too, and I had no idea. I feel like I failed her. I'm back at uni tomorrow. I don't know how to go back to normal life after this. My childhood feels like a lie. My dad's not a monster, but he's not a hero either. And Mum, she's broken, but she kept us in the dark. I love them both, but I hate them too. How do you move on when your whole world's been rewritten? I'm back at uni, but I can't focus. It's been a week since I posted about my mum divorcing my dad and finding out he killed Uncle Mike. Accident or not, it's still true. I thought getting out of that house would help me clear my head, but it's like the truth followed me. I can't look at my roommate's family photos on the wall without feeling sick. I keep digging, and what I'm finding makes it harder to know who my parents are. I'm writing this because I need to process, and I don't know who else to tell. This is messing me up. Day 8. The distance being back on campus feels wrong. I'm sitting in lectures, nodding like I'm listening, but I'm replaying that last night at home. Dad's fake laugh when I asked about Uncle Mike, Mum's tears, Ellie's silence. I texted Ellie to check in, but she just sent back, "I'm fine, leave it." She's not fine. Neither am I. I called Mum to see if she's okay. She sounded hollow, like she was reading a script. "I'm handling it," she said. "Focus on school." When I asked if she'd told Dad she's leaving, she got quiet. "Not yet," she finally said. "I need time." Time for what? To keep pretending. I didn't push her, but I hung up feeling like she's still hiding something. I can't stop thinking about that letter from R I found in the attic. He's dangerous. I keep wondering who R is and why they thought Dad was a threat. I tried searching Rachel on Mum's old social media, but her accounts are private or deleted. I even Googled Mike, last name obituary, to see if there were any clues about his death. Nothing useful, just a generic notice from 2008 saying he passed suddenly. No mention of Dad or an accident. It's like the truth was scrubbed clean. Day 10. The Qley was in the library when my phone buzzed. It was Dad. I almost didn't answer, but my thumb hit accept before I could think. "Hey, bud," he said, too cheerful. "How's school?" "You acing those exams?" I muttered something about being fine. My stomach was in knots. He kept talking about his latest job, the weather, some dumb TV show, like nothing's wrong. I couldn't take it. "Dad," I cut in, "why's Mum leaving you?" Silence. Then he laughed, but it was strained. "She told you that. Look, she's just stressed. Marriage is tough, you know. We'll figure it out." She said, "You're not who I think you are." My voice shook. I didn't plan to say it, but it spilled out. More silence, then low. "What else did she say?" I froze. I couldn't bring up Uncle Mike, not over the phone. "Nothing," I lied. "She just said it's over." He sighed. "Don't worry about it, okay? Focus on your studies. I'll handle your mum." Handle her? The phrase made my skin crawl. I hung up and sat there, staring at my laptop, feeling like I'd just talked Zor. I couldn't shake the feeling that Dad wasn't telling me everything. What if there was more to the story? Day 12, the second clue. I couldn't let it go. Back in my dorm, I logged into Mum's old Hotmail again, digging deeper. I found an email from Rachel, dated a month after Uncle Mike's death. It was short but heavy. "Laura, I'm so sorry about Mike. I know you blame yourself, but it's not your fault. He made his choices. You need to get out before it's too late. Call me if you need me." I'll blame herself. That hit me like a punch. Why would Mom blame herself for Mike's death? The email implied she was involved somehow, but how? My head was spinning. Was she there that night? Did she see it happen? I tried to remember anything about Uncle Mike, but all I had were fuzzy memories of him laughing, giving me piggyback rides. He and Dad were close, always joking, drinking together. What choices did he make that Rachel was talking about? I searched Rachel's email address online and found an old LinkedIn profile. Rachel, last name redacted, a therapist in a nearby city. The pieces clicked. She must have been Mum's friend, maybe someone she confided in. I debated contacting her, but chickened out. What would I even say? "Hi, I'm snooping through my mum's emails, and I think my dad's a murderer." Instead, I texted Ellie again. What did Mum mean about blaming herself for Uncle Mike? She didn't reply for hours. Then, late that night, she was there. She saw it. "Stop asking me." My heart stopped. Mum was there. Why didn't she tell me? What did she see? I couldn't sleep, my mind racing with images of that night. Dad, drunk and angry. Mike, falling. Mum, watching it all. Did she lie to protect Dad or herself? Day 14. The confrontation. I couldn't stay away. I skipped class and drove home. Mum was in the kitchen chopping vegetables, looking like a ghost of herself. Dad was out, thank God. I didn't waste time. "You were there when Mike died," I said, not a question. "Why didn't you tell me?" Her knife froze mid-chop. She didn't look at me. "Who told you that?" "Ellie." "And I read your emails. With Rachel." I hated how accusing I sounded, but I needed answers. She set the knife down, hands trembling. "I didn't want you to know," she whispered. "You were just a kid." "Know what, Mom? That Dad killed him, or that you covered it up?" Her face crumpled. "It wasn't like that. Mike, he wasn't a good person. He and your dad were drunk, fighting over money. Mike owed people, bad people. He pulled a knife. Your dad pushed him in self-defense. It was an accident, but I couldn't prove it. The police didn't dig deeper. I thought it was better to let it go." I stared at her. "You let me grow up thinking Dad was perfect. You let Ellie carry this alone." "I was protecting you," she snapped, tears streaming. "I stayed because I had to, for you, for Ellie. I thought I could keep it buried." "Buried?" I laughed, bitter. "It's tearing us apart. Ellie's shutting down. You're leaving Dad but won't tell us why. And Dad's acting like nothing happened. How do I trust any of you?" She didn't answer, just cried. I walked out, my chest tight. I drove back to campus that night, feeling like I was running from something I couldn't escape.